Purpose for attending tonight's meeting is to launch a complaint in regards to the school dress code. I'll let you know that you can stand up now and exit to the door on your right. In the past 14 months that I've been on the school board, we've asked parents and other individuals in the community to attend because we've had serious situations and issues that we've had to deal with. And it's a sad day that some of you here tonight are only present over the school dress code. Rules are rules, so thank you. And
may I say something?
Yes.
Last year I was told that I could be on the dress code committee, and I was never contacted by the school to let me know when those were. So that's why I'm here tonight.
To just address the fact you'd like to participate in
Yes,
the dress code committee.
But you know, it was the fact that I was told last year that I was able to be on a dress code committee, and there were going to be other students and other parents that on the committee, but I was never contacted over the summer about it.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, we'll certainly take that.
well, Mr. Cantrell set a precedent today. The staff did by the dress code infractions that they identified, and so I'm going to hold his feet to the fire. He's going to maintain that same standard the entire year.
You didn't maintain the standard today.
No, you did not. And I have.
I wasn't present today, so.
Well,
That's a sad day then.
yes.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
And I know you don't want to address this, but I do have a question. I understand the dress code. I understand rules. I do. I understand that kids need to adhere to them. That's fine. But the problem that I have is my daughter got dress coded 3 times today for wearing jeans with holes. She had leggings on underneath. You saw no skin, no nothing. And yet everybody gets mad about the dress code, and this is the uniform for the volleyball players.
Amen.
Yep. What kind of standard are we sending to our kids when this is what represents our school and we go to other places?
What kind of situation or society are we cultivating when this is what we're discussing at a school board meeting?
Well, I
It's
apologize
ridiculous.
because I
So
work out
this
of
is
town.
my suggestion. I'll make a motion that all the dress code issues stop at Mr. Cantrell.
Absolutely.
He is the end-all, be-all of that. So if you have an issue with the dress code, you can go directly to him and launch a complaint with him.
Yeah.
There's no reason whatsoever it should come above him and come into this boardroom.
That's
What
right.
about school uniforms then?
In
Oh, I love the
relationship to
idea of
that,
school
No,
uniforms.
I'm talking about the uniforms
In
that the
relation-
volleyball players have to wear.
We understand what you're saying, but again, specific to the school, we ask for you to take it to the principal and the administration first of those particular schools, whether it be Edgemont, Jeter, or the high school, and address it with your principal first. And we appreciate your concerns, but it needs to go through the principals and assistant principals at the schools first before coming here.
And I would like to say the key word Cindy said was first. Everything should be handled through proper channels, but if you go to the principal, faculty members, you're not happy, then my belief is the school board is here. So they are there first, they're enforcing the rules. A problem that I know, and I can't tell you about the exactness of dress code and how things have changed, but I know over the last few years, there have been a lot of problems on lack of enforcement. It's not that there aren't the same codes that have been in place in past years. And a lot of kids have been aware of those, and I'll say that my son who graduated 3 years ago, I had a discussion with him before I left the house. And he heard about a lot of these rules that are being fussed about today. They've been in place forever, but they haven't been enforced.
Right.
So if the difference being is Mr. Cantrell is enforcing the rules, he's not the bad guy. If the rules need to be changed, the discussion needs to be held on that. And if it can't be handled through those channels, then that's why the school board is here. But that is the first step that it should be. But if there's a rule there, every kid should be forced to comply with that rule. I'm the first to say that too. I don't like singling out, I don't like exceptions.
I agree, but
So-
the problem is just basically it's not been enforced, and then today, in full force, you know, you've got 30 kids that are in the office being dress coded for something that's been permissible
But
before.
it's the first day of school, and that's when everybody should be made aware that it's going to be enforced.
Well, you made a
That's
good
right.
point. It's the first day of school, and we're here discussing the dress code.
That's right.
Now, you know, a week from now, if those kids have already been reprimanded, whatever action taken, a week from now, there's absolutely no excuse for doing it. Okay? But a lot of that I know the kids have been aware of, and I'm going to be the first to say, I saw a young lady on the way to school this morning, and the first thing I thought about was dress code, because she had a skirt that was about this long. And she was walking by my shop. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she was going to school with a skirt that was about like that. And I thought, oh no, this is just awful. And you know, I understand kids, I understand dress, I understand holy jeans. It's hard to make exceptions. You either have holy jeans or you don't. What you have underneath, it's tough to say that's an exception. If you're going to have jeans with holes allowed, they're going to be allowed. So I understand definitive rules. The best thing, again, handle proper channels. If you aren't happy with rules, look at changing the rules. If there's nothing there that can be done, then that's where the school board comes into place. And we are here. I think
Absolutely.
we want everybody to know if it's not being handled properly, we want to know that.
Yeah.
But if there are rules that are there, they need to be implemented.
First and foremost, I want everyone to know, and you guys know this from the years that we've served on the school board, we do have an open door policy from the standpoint of we do like input and we appreciate people coming. But understand, there are rules and policies in place that we ask our administration in the schools to enforce and to implement, and that's what we're asking them to do. So help us, go to the administration first. You know, again, appreciate all of the interest, and obviously there's a lot of passion about this, but it needs to go to the principals first.
Okay, while we're here, Mr. Cantrell, can we set up a meeting with the entire school so all the parents know what's going on? And so, you know, it's hard to go to a store and purchase clothes for a child when all you have are holy jeans, see-through tops, you know, things like that. I mean,
Mr.
it's
Cantrell
hard.
can't control what the
And I-
stores
and I-
sell, though.
and I
And I don't
understand
disagree with you. I don't disagree
Yeah.
with you, Tanya. I don't.
Yeah.
All right, because I have my own teenagers.
Right.
And I'm not saying this to be rude or be malice or anything. But the simple fact is that there is a rule. A rule is a rule.
And you
It's
follow
going to
the
be
rules.
enforced. We're going to follow it. We have a standard, we maintain a standard, and that's it. If we don't, there's going to be utter chaos.
What happens to the
problem is,
kids
some of
that-
the kids were
in-
told today that they were coded for dress code,
I
but
was
they
not
said
present at
that
the
they
school,
were
so
acceptable, that they were okay.
you can set a meeting with the.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if
so-
your child did violate
So,
code, do we
End of
just
discussion.
Hold on.
Uh,
Wait a minute. Again, we appreciate, and I know that many of you came out again very passionate, but these discussions really need to be taken back with your principal first and have it addressed there. Again, if it's something that you feel is not being addressed, then you come to the school board and we will be happy to discuss it. You know, we appreciate everyone coming, but this is not the forum for the discussion tonight. If you haven't spoken to your principal directly about it, that's where it needs to start first.
Okay, but if the dress code wasn't sent home till today, the first day of school, is that the school's fault or school board?
Well,
Everybody who went school shopping got a whole wardrobe full of clothes. We didn't know what they could and could not wear until today.
okay, well, that's something that I will refer back to the school principals in the sense of the packets of which they put together. And again, that should have been well communicated amongst the students. Yes?
Yes, my daughter was coded for a hairband today, and I just don't understand.
Again, please take that to Mr. Cantrell, if you will. I appreciate all of the inquiries and everything, but if you will, follow up with Mr. Cantrell with the high school.